I heard Tim's story when his mom, Pam, in the Philippines was told that Tim was a tumor, that she needed to abort him. And I always thought abortion was the right thing to do, but when Mrs. Tebow stood in her faith and didn't abort Tim, I knew if she would have aborted him, he wouldn't have been there to pray over me that day, and I wouldn't be here today, thanks to God. And hi, everybody. My name is Brandon Berry. This is my walk away testimony. Like a lot of us, I grew up voting Democrat my whole life. I grew up around Democrats. A lot of my family, a lot of friends were Democrats, and since 2004 presidential election, when I could vote, I have voted Democrat ever since. But I was always thought that Republicans were just bad people. Then in 2016, things started to change for me as I rededicated my life to Jesus at a baseball game. And after that, I had a seizure after the game ended where Tim Tebow prayed over me for my seizures to stop. And after that, I heard Tim's story when his mom, Pam, in the Philippines was told that Tim was a tumor, that she needed to abort him. And I always thought abortion was the right thing to do, but when Mrs. Tebow stood in her faith and didn't abort Tim, I knew if she would have aborted him, he wouldn't have been there to pray over me that day, and I wouldn't be here today, thanks to God and answering those prayers and being 6 years seizure free. And my viewpoints started to turn. And then in July of 2019, I went to my state senator here in Arizona, Senator Kerr, with the Georgia Ford bill to try to help as many students across Arizona get the help they need in their schools by getting staff seizure first aid certified because of what happened with me and Tim at the baseball game. And Senator Kerr was the nicest person. She was not what I thought of what Republicans would be like. And I met some other great Republicans in the state legislature, and they were not what I thought they would be. And that was a change in my viewpoint of Republicans. Now, I didn't vote, Republican in the presidential election, but then I started getting more excited for the election with Robert F. Kennedy Jr. And I met Robert F. Kennedy Jr. at his presidential rally here in Phoenix in 2023 in December when he was here. And he was talking about things that were important to me, about ending the chronic disease epidemic, especially for epilepsy. And when he dropped out, I guess you would say, and then endorsed President Trump, it gave me a sense of relief that I could trust to vote for President Trump in this upcoming election, because I believe that President Trump does want to end the chronic disease, and I believe he will be a person that will want to end chronic diseases like epilepsy. So, and also fight for the unborn, abortions. So I will definitely be voting for President Trump and a lot more Republicans this election. And I've never thought I would ever buy a Trump t-shirt, but here I am. And that is my testimony. Thank you for your time. God bless, and get out and vote.
For more great videos, download the Walkaway Social app at walkawaysocial.com. Share your testimonial and join our community.